So about a month ago, I uploaded a video where I played a straight line full speed map, which was absolutely incredible. You guys all seem to be enjoying that video, and let me tell you, I have dug into the archives and found a second incredible straight line full speed map from around the same time. This map is built by Clearvision, and he said it took him about 100 hours of work. He also said that the map is so difficult that it is not meant for hunting. But that hasn't stopped a couple of players from getting good times on the leaderboard. And so today, we're gonna check out the map, and I'm also gonna see if I can beat some of the records. Let's get into it. This map was built almost 6 years ago now. I heard it's very difficult, but we'll see. Straight line through the fog. This track used to have a texture pack, but I could not make it load, so we're just gonna have to go without and see if we can find our way. I mean, obviously it should be pretty easy to find your way on a straight line, but the way these maps are built to be interesting is that there's a ton of transitions, and so there's still ways for you to gain or lose time, even though it's a straight line. And then we'll see not just how difficult it is to finish, but also how strong these records are eventually. I'm gonna try to continue here for as long as we can, though I suspect there will be jumps that even a run like this is not gonna clear. So far, so good. I saw boosters, and I think we are in trouble. Oh, close, but not quite. But yeah, I think what's so alluring about maps like this is that there are going to be many ways to gain time. Like, you already on the left there on the leaderboard see big gaps in the records. Everybody just driving in a straight line. There's no drift that can distinguish your run from another. There's no ice slide. It's really all just reducing airtime, perhaps speed sliding some places, and doing little wiggle tricks. So I do that, I reduce airtime here. Straight line through the loop, guys. We'll make the car slide less, and this is 450. And I made it. Did I make this one? Yes. Okay, one to the side. This map is 2 blocks wide and 255 long, I believe, so there's only so much it can go left or right. Here we go on the side of the sausage block and up. Across. Okay. It's that jump, it's this one, and it's here. Here you can probably do a tiny speed slide, a nosedive for speed gains, wow. Backflip into backflip. And that booster, guys, you do need to be flat over. Here I was on the back wheels, and so I hardly got any speed up from it at all. And I don't know if this finishes anymore. Yeah, we are not very stable here, but it's a good first run. Like an okay one. Let's just see how far we get. Speed has completely evaporated. I'm not gonna make this transition. Okay, checkpoint 8 I think is the furthest I got to now. Restart, and we get there again with more speed. Alright guys, so this one I'm driving now, it has one respawn, but as you can see, it has a lot more speed than the previous. I did just land clean. And yeah, 17 more speed here is the necessary requirement to make the flip. That was correct. Now I haven't gotten further than this. And of course, I crashed while collecting a checkpoint, so we gotta restart again. But you're supposed to go through the loop, down, and a couple of more things by the looks of it. Another loop. And a couple of transitions and a finish. Alright, so stay high, go low. Ish. Yep, there was a rail. Into the loop over here. That might be like EO1 obstacle. And we should be able to finish here. Let me just see these last transitions. To the right, in between. Straighten out, and in between the trees. And that was a 117 had I not respawned at all. And this is 40th on the leaderboard out of how many players? Out of 66 players. You know, I think a lot more players would have wanted to play this, but it's probably very difficult. It's crazy that this has less than 100 finishers. Oh my, that was about to crash. That too, and I have less speed now, so take that back. Can go even lower there. The nosedive is nice. Try to stay middle with the full boost. Right side. That looks good for this landing over here. And then, of course, I mess it up, but that can be fixed with a respawn. On this next jump, if you are too fast, you need a way to make sure you're... Well, you actually land before the loop. Okay, never mind. Okay. Struggling to aim here. On more than one jump. Yeah, 117.3 there, no respawn timer. I should perhaps focus on actually surviving a run before I worry too much about the copium. Good. I think that was alright. Yeah, 5 more speed. It is gonna be a snowball here, I think. Trying to add a cheeky dirt speed slide there. 13 more speed, okay. Maybe 116 is not that far-fetched, because this is a lot of speed, guys. Almost... Oh no. Almost overjumped the blocks. Here I skipped the booster with the front wheels again. And that evaporated the advantage. Go all the way up for more speed. We saw that was good. And I'm still not going to be too fast here, I think. You want to land just before the curve starts, but not in the curve. This did just that. Transition over, and we do have our first one-shot time with a tree crash. Okay. 117.3, and that beat author time as well. I already think that dirt speed slide I did has to be the main key. When you're over 200 speed on dirt and over 400 on road, it is faster to slide instead of having full grip on the surface, so that's what we're gonna try to do. Just a tiny slide on the dirt into a tiny slide on the uphill. Anything we can do to get the 5th gear early, we should prioritize. Wonder if something like this... Oh yeah, look at that! 448 instead of 439 into the loop. And then don't steer here, I think is very important. Because flat booster, look at the speed difference. Am I crashing? The answer is yes. Good run though. We saw with the respawning there that 5th gear start is possible. Now, would it be sane to go for until I'm a bit faster on the rest of the map? Probably not. I'm gonna just drive a few runs and see what else I can find. I think that's the way to go. It's a bit strange because the grass here, guys, on the start is penalty. But the logic goes that you can drive over some of it. Take a steeper line down the hill, and as you're jumping, you're ahead of your ghost. You are slower, but you land earlier and it equalizes. Or like... No, is that faster? So following my line of logic... I kinda hate to say it, but I think that's faster. That's gonna work. Shortcut in plain sight. Curious if the others have it, because that's just a free 0.2.3. The way I did it now, and likely you can get it even better. Not that obvious still, although it's there, you're just so conditioned to go to the road, you know? It is crazy that the guy built a straight line map, and that there's a shortcut essentially in the very first block where what you're doing is not driving in a straight line. So 1-1-1-1-1 checkpoint, foreshadowing the incoming number 1 run I'm about to drive. Perhaps. Perhaps? -8 speed though, I don't know if that's gonna cut it. Maybe if we get really good speed here now. It could just barely be enough. $49 ahead. That's good. Is it though? Number 2. It wasn't a number 1 run, it was a number 2 run. Guys, I'm so curious. We gotta see if Dreams has it. I don't wanna leak the rest of his... Yeah. He also has the strategy. This must be an ancient shortcut. I thought I stumbled upon it. Something revolutionary, but no, everybody has it. Let's then see if we can beat the world record with it. It's apparently fair game to use this when going for the record. I was really hoping this would be more speed advantage. Supposed to be our 400s ahead though. Might have had too much airtime there. It's gonna be very close to the wall, but it is a landing. Okay, don't throw the end. What do we get? 0.42, everybody. Okay, and that is world record last. It took me 1 hour 16 to drive at 1 hour 16:42. Alright guys, let us compare against the other top records and see if we missed anything. I did feel like my Ghost had a good start, and we can see that that's true. It's ahead of everybody. But was there some trick I missed here? Josh got a better 5th gear, so he's ahead. Not getting back too much here. He lands earlier in the dirt. That's way more speed. Drops early. A lot of airtime here, perhaps too much. And I dare say already seeing this, guys, that a 115 is possible. Dreams also didn't release before this last loop, which I suspect gains time overall. I'm gonna keep trying a bit for a 115. If not, I'll see if I can get it tomorrow. Alright guys, so it's day 2 of grinding the map now. I just got up and I'm excited to get going with this again. I really want 115. We're just gonna be trying, you know? Trying to get all the speed tricks and snowballing away. Alright, so 115 no respawn timer with a bunch of farming. It's definitely possible. What? No, guys, I don't know what just happened. I mean, this is like 20 more speed. Look at the no respawn timer. What? I gotta experiment more, but what? Oh, wait. No. Has that been there all along? I cannot believe nobody's doing it. Did we all just get hypnotized by the arrows? Why not here? It's so much faster. I can't believe it. Like, the arrows are pointing here, go in this gap, but wow. That is way faster. That is like 115 mid. Just this one difference, guys, because you reduce penalty grass and you reduce airtime, and you likely get 5th gear on this block. You're gonna see the speed splits later. It's gonna be mental. Glad I gave this another try because there's so much potential. You don't understand, like, if we can get 5th gear on this first platform block, it's so close. $20 more speed. It's so ridiculous. You have 5th gear 2 blocks earlier, and you have 20 more speed. Like, I've been scratching my head, right, trying to squeeze out 2 more speed here and there. So seeing 20 more is just so completely ridiculous. It's bordering on too fast. I still made it here, but this is not perfect now. But that's already 0.6. So if I land that a little bit cleaner at the dirt, it's so unbelievably fast. I guess the player count is partially responsible for this, but how is a straight line map this improvable after so many years? Yeah, guys, I watched some videos about the Zodiac Killer and how they cracked one of the last ciphers that the guy wrote. And basically what he had done was actually quite elementary in terms of making a code, but it had kind of been overlooked because people assumed it had to be something more complex. I'm not saying that you could really compare cracking the code of the Zodiac Killer and finding a new trick on a Trackmania full speed map, but it is very easy to overlook simple ideas if your peers like aren't looking there, you know? If your peers aren't doing it. Okay, now am I too fast? Yeah, I knew this could happen. Somehow the car actually didn't land too badly there. I don't think it's sub. I'm not gonna say I crashed the tree on purpose to give myself another run at improving this. I'm not gonna say that, but that felt really fast. That was 115 pace for sure. Although now with this trick, guys, I do wonder if the benchmarks drop to like a little bit lower into 115s. It would be cool if we're able to beat the previous record by over a second, but I don't know if we are. It looks a little bit far. There is a no airtime here my PB didn't fully get. And let's not remember, or forget rather, let's not forget the tree incident, which seems to be Howell PB. Ouch. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, but surely that was like a 116 flat run, right? Surely that won't happen with a 115.7 run. I thought I was gonna hit the tree again, but no, finally, guys. We did get to 115, and as you can see, this run is far from perfect, so I'm gonna keep going and do one more improvement, alright? One more, but this was already really fast. This was pretty fast, but let's keep going for a little bit. Bad speed slides, unfortunately. That is a PB. 0.888. Okay. Improvement, we take that. I want to go a little bit further, guys. It's still a really good run, though. Okay. PB again. 1:15.75. 75.75 seconds. That's a PB, guys. And it had a bad start. I still want to keep going, even though we're like 4 hours in, so go. Oh my god. Alright guys, after spending more time than I probably should have grinding that map, it is time to consider myself happy with the record I achieved. I wanted to get 1 second faster than the previous record, but it ended up being a lot less realistic than I thought, because there were so many things that had to go right, so I'm instead just going to compare right now and show you how far I got instead. Here is my record against Dreams. We can probably watch it from Dreams' perspective. And I want to actually recap a little bit of all the tricks that go into this so that you can see where the difference comes from. Right now it's just going to look like my car is blasting ahead, obviously with the low airtime trick I found, but from this point onwards there's still a lot of things I did that gains time against the previous lines that they had. So yeah, we're just going to see an ever-increasing gap here. We had the left-right for no airtime. Let me quickly fix the camera. Look how tilted my car is there. It looks so strange, but it's still very fast. And then Dreams also tries a speed slide. A little bit more airtime there than I had. Nosedive here. And then this one as well. I start even further ahead now than it was, but I think this is the run that had a bit of a bad ending. Can't remember anymore. I've played too many runs on this track. But really fun to try to optimize, and I guess I'll challenge you guys as well to see how fast you can go, and maybe someone can get the coveted 115.5 or lower. What I discovered is that you have to go quite wide through the checkpoint here to get low airtime onto this. That gives you more speed, and then guys, if you clip only a tiny bit of this block, you get less airtime to the platform while also about 3-4 more speed. You get low airtime here as well, and all that combined would let you gear up on the block before. Even this wasn't good enough for that, so it technically has the late gear up start, and you can be about 1500s ahead of this. For the nosedive, you have to tilt the car at just the right angle so that it dives over the edge again, land in a downhill. You want 440 speed because it lets you land with the right tire with a wiggle and speed slide. Then you go lower to the bush for less airtime. Here, by not air braking, you get another nosedive into speed slide, into nosedive. Here you're technically too fast, but you can hold air brake and therefore get a stable backflip. And that gains a couple hundredths. Jumping out to the side here is sketchy, but it is less airtime. You kind of do have to go for it. At this backflip, you want to air brake so that you can land another speed slide. Here you can drop off early, speed slide, into potentially another speed slide on this platform to the left. I didn't get it because my lines were a bit shaky here. You do want to air brake this drop down for a smoother landing. And then a late release on this black block to get a nosedive again. If you release early, it doesn't nosedive. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. And then here at the end, try to go low and go smooth. And that's my personal best run. The thing that was really improvable, of course, was the start, where I didn't get the 5th gear immediately. And also the end part here. Like, the runs I've had with the most speed have been slower starts than this. Going up here into this loop, I've had 556, I think, and I had 544 speed, which amounts to about 0.2 you could gain there as well. I mean, the net is wide open and there's still so much to improve on a straight line, but what a beautiful track. I mean, it really is so cool that people build these, and if you guys know of any more special tracks like this that have a little something that you don't see every day, then do send them to me on Discord in the Wirtual Play This Map channel, and I'll check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. We upload every day, so why haven't you subscribed yet? Something I wonder. If you enjoyed these, you might as well. We're very close to 1 million, and it would be cool to hit that this year. Thank you guys, and bye-bye.